These things you've seen, above your nose, twinkling. These things you've seen, these things they hide.
Audio Jungle.
What's up, boys? We're getting some conflicting reports up on this Las Vegas shooter, Stephen Paddock. Early this morning, ISIS was claiming responsibility for it, which they were lying. They were full of crap. White guy shooting on a bunch of other white people, in a country music concert. That don't sound like ISIS to me, but there's a tweet from where they claimed responsibility for it. And Alex Jones is now reporting that they found Antifa material inside the room, and there was actually a shootout with the suspect. And but the government's covering it up, and I'm going to show some more about that here in just a second. But there were also reports of multiple gunmen, which that's they had reports because there were so many shots and they were echoing above through the building. So I mean, that's hard to say. Mandalay Bay Hotel said they do not believe at this time there were any other shooters, despite reports of multiple gunmen. Police said they do not have an accurate number of victims, which at this time of me filming this, they're getting over 500 wounded and right at 60 that were killed. He doesn't seem to be part of any terrorist organizations. This is some of the inside reports from the Antifa member. The picture on the left over here is the husband of the girl that was his roommate. This is 1000% Antifa extreme organized leftism. Police found the identification of Mary Lou Danley in the room of the down shooter by our boy Zebra 20 took out. A woman fitting the description of Marlou ran on stage and told all the attendees that they were going to die about 45 minutes before the shooting, according to eyewitness reports, which we have found out now that Mrs. Danley is in another country. I would like to find out what country she's in. And according to eyewitness reports, someone came on stage and warned them that everybody was going to die beforehand, 45 minutes prior to this. Mary Lou's husband, Gary, is a hardcore leftist and organizer according to his social media, and former Las Vegas home is now the name of Stephen Paddock, an accomplice of Mary Lou and a man who will be announced as killed and seen by Zebra 20. I guess apparently they know the person that was involved in this. The motivation is literally everyone would possibly go to a country music concert would be a white, and if they were white, no matter what their racist and Nazi violence against racist Nazis is justified. So they went to a country music concert, or a bunch of Republicans are going to go watch country music and kill all the Nazi racists. That's how they're thinking. This is how crazy Antifa is. This is how illogical the hard left is. And this is why you must push back against the Nazi racist accusations that the left wants to put on all Trump voters. So they're trying to kill a bunch of Trump supporters. This is the beginning of the Antifa revolution that was supposed to start October the 4th. We're talking about having mass murders in every major city across the United States of America. And Alex Jones is reporting the same thing, that this was an Antifa attack to take over the country and overthrow the government and start a civil war. But I'd like to know more about this post right here. Here's the article from Alex Jones. I got some more information that just came out. I'm going to get to it here in a minute. The Las Vegas shooter didn't commit suicide, as the mainstream media is reporting. It was killed by an FBI hostage rescue team who also found Antifa literature in his motel room, according to a source linked to the team. So I guess the guy Zebra 40 was leaking what happened. The FBI team took out the suspect after he opened fire on them, according to the source, and afterwards the team found photos taken in the Middle East of a woman linked to the suspect, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock. ISIS recently took responsibility for the mass shooting, and and the AP even admitted ISIS doesn't take responsibility unless it's loosely associated with the attack. I'm not saying it was ISIS or not, I'm just reporting this report. That's from Paul Joseph Wasson right there. It's his tweet. Even further, a deep-level intelligence insider who spoke to the InfoWars said the attack was very, very strange. This was an average 64-year-old white guy with no criminal record. He was an apartment owner with a pilot's license and 2 airplanes. His brother described him as an average person who was not into firearms and never owned that many guns. He claimed he just snapped, which that sounds really weird. Are we looking at a Manchurian candidate here? His hotel room was filled with guns, including several long-range guns. And at the time of this filming, they're saying he had 30 firearms. He owned 30 firearms. It's a pre-planned attack. The target was a concert. Yeah, these were patriotic, God-fearing Americans. The group was pro-Second Amendment, pro-Christian, and anti-New World Order. This is the group Obama accused of clinging to their guns and religion. We are still waiting all the facts. And the news team was already there to report on the OJ release. So, I mean, that had just happened the night before. And they were following OJ. So, we already had the mass media already over in Las Vegas. I mean, it was if you think about it, they were already there. And also, the 100-year mark of, what was it, the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. This is, I'm not going to go through 41 minutes.
Happening, and they're being allowed to prepare and gear up for it.
They're planning on more. There's more coming. Remember when OJ they said OJ's going to get released and he was going to kill everybody? Remember that?
5 inches.
There's some Antifa playing an older white lady.
This one's like tiny, so you have to really stab them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like last stitch is going to be lure them down here.
And remember a month ago, we had Mr. Hagman on, Doug Hagman, and he said, we're doing what Veritas has done. We have embedded off-duty and retired police officers and private detectives going to these meetings across the country, and they're handing out AK-47s, shanks. They're planning their attacks on public officials, police, and they're planning the attack coming up in the next few months. Well, now we know the date. It's November 4th.
But what's most disturbing here, in addition to, of course, the funding that goes back to Alliance for Global Justice in one case, and we're
going to roll over to them and follow their
Wait,
political.
y'all go back and watch that. I got some more information to come out for you guys. But I really do think this is linked to the Antifa attacks. I don't think it's linked to the ISIS at all. But that's just me reporting on what I've read so far. I think there's too many fishy things here. America's greatest country on earth. Y'all have a good one.
Quarter secured.
Expecting someone else? We appreciate your everlasting cooperation. However, our new light was short, yet valuable information. And I quote, these things they hide.
These things you've seen, above your nose, twinkling. These things you've seen, these things they hide, warrant the crime. Pride, silence your life for censorship.
Quarter secured.